Welcome to Tepid Tea Time, where we have very deep thoughts about some very, very shallow people. Hi, my name is Yolanda, and welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to do things in a timely manner. My daughter has made off with my makeup. I have four videos that I have to make up for in order to get my stuff back. Actually, no, sorry, 3, because I did a video last week. So, I want to talk about James Charles, and there's nothing funny about it that James Charles should be dealing with his demographic after what he did to his demographic, the youngins. His apology was trash. We knew it was going to be trash. I didn't really think that it was worth a video because everybody had the same thing to say. This is trash. But there's something that I wanted to talk about, was kind of James Charles's rebranding. Like, is he the new Jefree Star? Is that what he's doing? Jefree Star, or like a la Shane Dawson, but only in reverse. I want to talk about inverting the influencer paradigm, where you start off like as, well, he started off as trash. Can we talk about the fact that he lied? His whole claim to fame was based on a lie. That Photoshop photo that got him on Ellen, either the top or like number 2 as far as booty gurus go on this platform. Everybody went through a phase of leave Charles alone, Charles is innocent, and Tati is trash, blah blah blah. And I was like, Tati is trash for doing what she did the way that she did. She weaponized the information that she had about James Charles. But also, Tati was right about his predilection. Now, I used to work in one of the women's shelters that all of y'all want to give your makeup away to. From someone who's had to sort through and throw out donations. Don't. They need money. If you must give in goods, diapers, clothes, brand spanking new clothes, that is what that ubiquitous women's shelter needs. I want to talk about James Charles. Like, James Charles, can we remember, please remember that James Charles's entire career started on a lie. I was never a fan. And the Photoshop, his entire career is built on lying. Now, when we get to YouTube transgressions, I don't think there's anything worse than taking advantage of, abusing, pushing boundaries with children. I have zero taste for it. This video is probably not going to be at all funny because I don't think it's funny. I think that we live in a media-driven society, and we are seeing over and over again boundaries being pushed online in the sexual arena, which I don't know if there's a direct correlation to what happens in real life, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't have a cause and effect type of thing. People who wield power, who have influence, taking advantage of, abusing their privilege, abusing their power in a sexual nature, especially with minors. I'm not going to, no. I have zero, and I mean zero tolerance for it. But we've already seen the outrage against James Charles. I do not watch H3. I generally do not watch a lot of men on YouTube. But I did want to talk a little bit about a shift in paradigm, because he made the apology. The apology was whack. Like, we all know it. We've been there, done that. That is old news. But there was something that I saw that no one else is talking about, and I want to talk about the paradigm shift in how YouTubers go about their business, because James Charles has always been messy. But is he trying to be the next Shane Dawson, or even worse, Jefree Star? We forget that James Charles isn't just James Charles. It's not like me here in this empty apartment by myself, unpartnered. There's no one but me and the camera. James Charles has someone for hair and makeup and camera work and PR and I think a YouTube employee is probably at his beck and call to talk about, to okay things. So there's a whole team behind James Charles. Someone on his team, or several someones on his team, came up with this. We're going to play a little bad boy, morally irreprehensible bad boy of James Charles to resurrect this career. So he's going to be a little messy on other platforms and less messy on YouTube. No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. As I said before, I'm interested in systems and how these things work. I know from my own analytics and metrics that when I do these little talks, the internet rewards bad behavior. There are things that I'm not going to do. I'm 46 years old and I'm not looking to go to jail. James Charles, he's pushing the edge of something that we really should never, ever push. I'm tired of it. I was also wondering, so this is this thing, right? YouTube, and I just got a notification to start thinking about becoming a YouTube partner. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. Comment. I live for the comments. YouTube has partnerships with these people. And if you call yourself a YouTube partner, what is the legal... I have questions. What is the legal ramification if YouTube keeps pushing these creators? They keep creating content, regardless of platform, that should violate community standards. Committing crime should violate community standards. If they are allowed to keep their platforms and they actually do commit a crime, is YouTube liable? It's just a question, something that's been on my mind. The second question I have: a lot of times people want to give passes to a little racism, right? A little racism. At this point in 2021, you're either racist or you're not. If you're not of a deeper skin tone, you have to work at it. If we, and by we I mean you, because I have zero, and you get zero quarter here for any shenanigans. If you keep giving people passes on a little racism, and they do absolutely none of the work, because remember, one of the, I would say 2017, 2018, James Charles made his Ebola tweet, right? We remember that. Do we remember that? If we cut the Shane Dawsons of the world, the Jefree Stars of the world, the James Charles of the world off with, hey, wow, that was really, really racist. We're not going to support this person until they change their behavior, maybe they wouldn't keep escalating and raising the stakes along their careers. And someone on his team, or several someones on his team, came up with this. We're going to play a little bad boy, morally irreprehensible bad boy of James Charles to resurrect this career. So he's going to be a little messy on other platforms and less messy on YouTube. No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. As I said before, I'm interested in systems and how these things work. I know from my own, there are things that I'm not going to do. I'm 46 years old and I'm not looking to go to jail. James Charles, he's pushing the edge of something that we really should never, ever push. I'm tired of it. I've got to write that email because I don't want to pay for any of it. I am tired of getting pushed creators that I don't have an appetite for. I don't want to see. I don't watch James Charles, and I don't want to see him on my feed at all. Not on my timeline, not on my feed. Anyway, those are some thoughts. Hopefully that made sense. Like, subscribe. We forget that James Charles isn't just James Charles. It's not like me here in this empty apartment, unpartnered. There's no one but me and the camera. James Charles has someone for hair and makeup and camera work and PR and I think a YouTube employee is probably at his beck and call